I'm very much familiar with the new USG Constitution since having friends that are elected and seeing the online posts everywhere is very much making me updated with the new Constitution.
With regards to what I know about the new proposed USG Constitution, I'm only limited to what I've seen in social media. The file is posted to the CSO Council body and the flyers circulated around campus. So with regards to that, I know that there will be several changes with regards to the USG Executive Board. So there will be no more secretary and treasurer, and that they will be appointed by the president. And that the roles of OVPEA and OVPEA will be redefined. So with OVPEA being the liaison for matters external to USG but internal to the LSE. And with regards to OVPEA being solely internal to the USG itself. And I guess with regards to the batch units, there will no longer be batch vice presidents, but there will only be batch representatives and LA representatives. And there will be centralized college government units. So that's as far as I know.
How aware am I with the USG Constitution revisions? So, for the past 2 years, since Miggy Moreno's time, he actually started talking about this, doing conversations and asking us about the revisions that he's about to make. So, let's say for the elimination of one office, in terms of centralizing college governments and of offices of each EB, so on and so forth, and in terms of the purpose of this plebiscite, I think everything was discussed to me by Miggy and Carlo as well, and the people who are responsible for the Constitution revision. So, in terms of familiarity, I think I know a lot about it already. And also, I was given an opportunity to hear each and every detail of the discussion, from the small things to the big things. So I think I'm generally knowledgeable about the Constitution revisions that is happening as of this moment.
I'm not very much aware, but I have enough information for me to have my own thoughts and opinions about it. I know for a fact that the structure of the executive board in the university student government would be changed, and that the office of the secretary would be replaced instead with an appointment of a chief of staff for the entire USG.
I think I'm pretty aware about what's gonna happen. However, when I read the PDF that the USG released, and at the same time the other articles that they released about what will be the changes in the USG, I think, however, that there are some things that are unclear about it, and I really think that the USG should have clarified it and gave us the article to at an earlier date, so that we'll be able to clarify things in case that there are instances such as this.
I'm voting yes since instead of having different units per batch, it's now based on one whole unit, so it's much more coordinated and more efficient.
So what is my stand with regards to the Constitution revisions? Actually, more than having a stand about this, and I actually made a stand by voting, this is what I'll do. I feel that as students of De La Salle University, and as the people who's gonna be served by this university student government, I strongly believe that we should vote. More than voting for a yes or a no, it's about first being knowledgeable of what the revisions are gonna be, which is, I think, blasted by USG already in their website. So please look at that. And the second thing is to vote, to show your support or otherwise with regards to the USG Constitution revisions.
My stand regarding the new university constitution is actually neutral, because to be honest, I'm a graduating student, and I do care about the university and how it affects the student body, but as long as there are people who will manage the university after we are away or this batch graduates, I'm very comfortable on what structure there is, because honestly, the structure will go after if there are good representatives of the student body.
This is a big step towards segregation of tasks and roles, and with regards to the streamlining of roles within the university itself. very promising. It is a good step. And it is really towards improving everything here in this class.
And for me, as long as the new structure is actually implemented, it doesn't just help those who want to be active in the USG, but also the CSO, since for me right now, USG and CSO is not actually one, since USG is and CSO is having a blurred line in terms of what their responsibilities are. So as long as the new USG would not be more activity-based anymore and giving it to the CSO and just being more proactive in their advocacies and what the USG is really for, then I'm all for the new USG.
Personally, I would be more in favor of the renewal of the USG Constitution for the reason that, given the fact that the college would have would have a centralized college government, the efforts of the college would be very much more inclined for the nature of the college, as well as it will project a more unified effort for the betterment of the whole college per college, and it would be better for both USG and CSO for the reason that their tasks and functions would be more clarified between them, and that USG and CSO having clarified functions, they'd be given more freedom for the creation of their projects and not limited to certain natures. Also, tension between the two distinct organizations would be lessened for the reason that they've already clarified their functions.
I am unsure what my stand is as of the moment because, like I said a while ago, I really think that, well, honestly, I think that the USG's processing of how they did all this seems to be lacking for me. Like, first of all, I think that when they released it, it was too late already. Like, they released it a week ago, I think, and I don't think that this is enough time for people to take into consideration, to take everything into consideration. And at the same time, they didn't really explain like why the change, like what's so important about it, why do we need to change something, what's wrong with the system now, and how exactly will the new system be more effective, and how are we, the student body, better, how are we more like taken care of